Today we have an interview with Ron Loftus, author of Finding an Edge and a professional gambler. Hi Ron, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Does horse racing get you excited?
Not really. I see it more as a money-making opportunity. I don't even watch the races. Just check my totals from the previous day to see if I'm up or down.
Have you always been interested in gambling?
I blame my gran. She used to have each way bets in races with 8 or 9 runners, and an odds-on favourite. Back in the 60s, I think the bookmakers paid a quarter odds, so it was a no-brainer really. I don't think they knew how to work out the true place odds. But these days they only pay 50 odds, the win odds, on such races. Back then nobody bothered about age, so she used to send me to collect her winnings nearly every day.
Which horse would she back?
I don't know for sure, but I would assume it was the second or third favourite.
How old was you?
About 12 or 14.
Do you bet each way yourself?
I used to, but I tend to stick to laying these days.
Why is that? Do you only bet on horses?
I tend to stick with horse racing. It's more trouble than it's worth at 50 odds, so don't bother.
Have you ever stopped betting?
Well, back in the 70s, when the Labour Party introduced the old betting tax, I stopped betting then and only started again when it was abolished.
What do you actually do to make it pay?
I create my own tissue, odds card. And if a horse is below this price, then I lay it. I do this in both the win and place markets. I could do this on the backside of the market, but due to time restraints, I stick to laying. If a horse went over my tissue price, then I could back it, you see.
Ron, do you study form or subscribe to any racing services?
No. In my humble opinion, form study is a waste of time. And all racing subscription services are just people out to get their hands on your money.
What would you say to people who study form?
I've been there, so all I can do is wish them the best of luck. I fear they may need it. I realise that the on-course prices are based on form, but that's the way it is.
How do you work out your tissue prices, if you don't study form?
I use the on-course prices on the Sporting Life website that come through about 10 minutes before the off, and I include a margin of error. I only lay runners that are overbacked. An even money chance may reduce to 4 to 6, whereas a 20 to 1 chance may reduce to 10 to 1, and this is the margin of error.
How do you work out the place prices, if the bookmakers don't know how to do it?
Well, they used to struggle, but these days they have the place odds sorted. The place prices are very complicated to work out, far too complicated to explain in a radio interview, but the procedure is in the book. The win odds on a race add up to about 120%. We have to recalculate these prices until the total reaches 300% for 3 places and so on.
Do you bet on a number of runners in the race or just one?
As I said, I submit lay prices on all runners in the race. Sometimes there's 1 taken, sometimes there's 2, sometimes there's even 3, and sometimes there's not any bets taken. I usually have about 50 a week taken, at the moment anyway, with the coronavirus about.
Do you make all your bets manually?
No, 95% of what I do is automated, and all calculations are automatic.
Do you always win?
Not always, that's impossible. On average, I win 2 weeks and lose 1.
What's your profit?
Well, as far as profit is concerned, I make about 10% before commission and about 8% after commission. I would think that would be hard to beat. I only bet on the exchanges. I use BetDAC at present.
What is your average stake?
That's about £100. But as I said, my number of match bets has diminished due to this coronavirus.
What kind of staking do you use?
Staking is irrelevant. Level stakes is as good as any, but I prefer to use proportional staking.
Well, thanks Ron, that was very interesting.
You're welcome.